Chavez. I am in Corleen Chavez in Los Angeles, California. Excited tonight about the information we're going to share with you. If you are a guest, you are in for a real treat. I'm going to bring up our ambassador, Mr. Jeff Ashby. We're going to do a brief walkthrough of Core 4. However you're going to put it together, Jeff, is how you're going to put it together. And then we're going to talk about that call that happened last week, which was really, really exciting. So, Jeff, with that being said, let me properly introduce you. Jeff Ashby is our ambassador. He's been to 48 of the 50 states. He's been here 12 years. He and his wife, Helen, have helped so many people. And you know what? They were introduced to this product just like many of you have been. Someone cared enough to share it with them. So again, if you invited someone and you don't see them on the call, send them a reminder. Tonight is going to be a great call. With that being said, Jeff, I'm going to turn the call over to you. Thank you for joining us this Monday evening.
You bet. It's hard to believe that we're this to the end of the month. I can't believe tomorrow is it. And looking at July 1st on Wednesday. So pretty amazing where we're at in the history of time and space. And tonight, as we go over a few of these things, I just want to reiterate that we're not here to make medical claims. But let me pull up this disclaimer. These statements and comments have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This information is solely for educational purposes only and includes recent advances in research on micronutrients. Now, I paused and accentuated that last sentence, and you'll understand why when we get into tonight's presentation. But going on, Engage, the micronutrient company, does not claim that our products diagnose, treat, cure, heal, or prevent any disease or injury. However, Engage's products are formulated to address nutritional deficiencies and supply the body with the required nutrients. It's important to note that nothing here is meant to be a substitute for professional medical treatment or a consultation with your primary healthcare provider. So that having been taken care of, I'll move the words out of the way and just jump right into it. We do have a brand new science booklet that is out there. We saw them at the summit. We picked up a pack, several packs, and then they were gone. They were sold out, and so I don't have a hard copy, a physical one to share with you here today, but a fantastic way of just educating the population, friends, family members, those people that you care about. You can go to this particular booklet, and I'm going to just pull it right up here onto the screen. This is the front cover now, and it says scientifically validated micronutrient supplements. And as we open this up, it just gives you an opportunity to explain it. It says right off the bat, where it says micronutrient deficiency is a crisis in human health. It talks about the toxic environment, and micronutrient deficient food results in poor health. And then you just advance the page one more, and you're able to talk about an answer to today's health crisis. So we've not only set the stage by explaining what's going on and the environments that we're living in, but we're giving people the ability to go out and really address that situation, or it says answer to today's health crisis right here in the book. We learned a little bit about Dr. Prasad, who says with over 6 decades of groundbreaking research in human health and nutrition, Dr. Kedar N. Prasad has earned global recognition as a leading expert in a range of health disciplines, including CBD, gut health, weight loss, and micronutrition. It's just amazing if you go down through his career there. Just you can read a little bit more about him. But as we go on, the world's foremost expert on micronutrition, accolades that he was awarded with, credentials, professional experiences. It's just amazing when you understand truly what Dr. Prasad brings to this equation, but it's really his certification. his seal along with his name that is on every one of the products. When you've got a reputation like Dr. Prasad brings to us here with Engage, and you're willing to put that reputation out there, not just in small circles and just friends, families, and loved ones. Dr. Prasad is actually talking about these concepts all around the world, and he's willing to put his name, his reputation, his understanding on the line by putting it on each and every one of the products that we're going to be talking about here tonight. CQF, something I'd like to point out to you, and it's combination, quantity, and form is what CQF stands for, but it's really what differentiates us from anything else that's out there on the market. Not only do we have Dr. Prasad, but we have Dr. Prasad's understanding of the human body and his fastidious, he wants to educate us on all of these issues. And we're going to be hearing from Dr. Prasad a little later tonight as part of a video presentation that happened Tuesday of last week. But it's amazing that we have access to Dr. Prasad. And it comes down to refined research creates real results. It's talking a little bit about the timeline. People want to know when this happened, and we've got the timeline right here for them, easily understood. They can take them through the DoD requests Dr. Prasad's expertise, animal studies, safety test, human clinical trials, veterans trials. It's all listed right there. And then really the reason that we have access to all of Dr. Prasad's products today is because of this combined mission. David and Dr. Prasad joining forces in order to promote optimal health. Again, an amazing story, a history. If you understand, this original package came from military issue. It was this way. It went out. It served in the front lines. I said on the front lines, in the pockets, those thigh pockets of certain Marine battalions and Navy SEAL teams. They were the ones fortunate enough to carry it into war. It's not available today. Today, these two products that you're seeing on the screen are the exact formula that was created for the military. It is known as Micro Daily Original. And so if you look at Micro Daily Original, what's inside, we go through some of the key ingredients that are there. Certainly you can give this information to somebody who is interested, but we're going to take it to the next level because we're talking about our environments, and a discussion about our environments would not be complete unless we talked about 5G. And those non-native frequencies that are being bombarded all around us because of our cell phone technology. We have the ability to deal with that. And it's because of the Micro Daily EMF. This is the enhanced formula. This is my go-to product. In fact, Helen and I have every one of those products. I love the capsules, and I just finished up having dinner where I had one of the new blackberry flavored hydros just as the liquid with my dinner. Absolutely amazing. And it addresses these things. It says Micro Daily EMF promotes healthy inflammation response, immune system boost, DNA integrity and health, cellular defense supports, EMF radiation protection, healthy aging, increased energy, whole body health, enhanced absorption with all methylated ingredients. Each one of these versions have all of that, and we're going to be talking about it. Again, you'll hear from Dr. Prasad as he references this Micro Daily EMF formula, and you'll hear Dr. Marlene as the way she's using it in her clinical practice. So pretty amazing. If you look at that, and all together, if we take the Micro Daily enhanced formula, the Micro Daily EMF, add the probiotic to that, that is known as our basic bundle. But what we're seeing here on the screen is the core 4, and that is the optimal way to truly take your health into your own hands And don't give all of that power, don't give all of that um, responsibility to your doctors. Take that responsibility yourself, and this is a way of taking that responsibility and addressing it with scientifically proven and science-based facts behind this. In fact, what you're looking at here on the Core 4 just received a patent itself. First time in my understanding ever that the U.S. Patent Office has formulated 4 individual separate products to address our overall health. And that patent, we'll have the number here shortly. Anyway, again, an amazing way looking at here's where you begin with Dr. Prasad's product line, and it's called the Core 4. Individually, the Micro Daily has multiple patents on it, the Micro Daily EMF formula. Also, the Collagen Daily received a patent in record time, less than a year once all of the data was submitted. Did the U.S. Patent Office grant patent to Dr. Prasad. Both the probiotic and the omega-3 are waiting on their individual patents, but as I referenced before, all 4 of them together are patented, and that should speak volumes to you as to their efficacy. Moving on, we talk about it's important that we understand nutritional health for our children and grandchildren. And Dr. Prasad has formulated the world's only patented micronutrient approach to children's health. And it's available right here. This is the Micro Daily EMF formulation in a children's dose. And it's amazing how quickly it also received its patent long before its predecessor formula, the adult formula, received its patent because this children's is so unique in the children's market. Anyway, an incredible opportunity here for you to really look at all of the products. And next, Dr. Prasad says we really need to take that final frontier and move into the hormonal support of weight loss. And GLP-1 is a hormone. Dr. Prasad says we do not need to be putting synthetic hormones into our bodies and producing agonists that go out and are causing severe health-related issues and extreme micronutrient deficiency in those people that are taking the unnatural, unhealthy approach to weight loss. And so Dr. Prasad has formulated right here an all-natural, multi-micronutrient approach to helping the body create its own hormones or making more of the hormones that help us in weight loss. It is known here as the GLP-1 boost. And you can certainly add this to the Core 4 and realize some savings as part of a package deal. So definitely you want to get customer service on a live phone call because they are able to facilitate that savings for you by involving customer service. Again, it's amazing when we look at a next segment that Dr. Prasad felt important that we address, and it is the preponderance of unhealthy, unsafe and energy drinks. And so he has given us Energy Boost, 3 individual flavors: grapefruit, pina colada, and strawberry lime. Again, amazing scientific evidence that has gone into the preparation of this. Not only does it have creatine in, but it has the ability to hydrate us with the right salt replacements, those types of things. So it truly has hydration. And then it gives us this, it should really be energy balance because of how naturally this goes in and helps us just function more throughout the day. Anyway, again, Dr. Prasad talks about the potential risks if we go in and we put something unnatural, synthetic hormones in our bodies as hormone replacement therapy. He says we need to do that naturally. And so we have our women's hormone boost formula, along with it is that same situation here with so many men. And we have the men's T boost, because one of the main missing hormones for men as they age is that testosterone. Again, Dr. Prasad has addressed it, and it all boils down to, and you're going to learn about it as we go through these other pages. In fact, from a time frame, you can just ask the individual who invited you onto this call, and they can get this information into your hands. Where we're talking about better gut health, the omegas. Omegas is part of that core four. We talk about how it's so important to understand collagen, and collagen is part of that core four. I just love the way this science booklet is just set up in such a way to allow us to help educate the population. And I referenced, I just finished eating, and before the meal, I took Dr. Prasad's 7 different natural food enzymes that break down the enzymes and give us, things like this over on the right-hand side. Digestive Boost promotes complete digestion, release of gas and bloating and indigestion, enhanced nutrient absorption, a healthy gut, increased energy, and healthy aging, all right there in a bottle. I did 3 of those tonight, knowing what my dinner was going to be like and how fast I was going to have to do it before I got on this call. But amazing. We look at the benefits of heart health here with Heart Boost. Again, this is a boost product. We look at micronutrients and the importance of keeping our brain healthy. Get back with the individual who invited you on, and if you need something like this iBoost, for instance, you can get it at a very steep discount. The first boost product on there is $10 off. The second boost is $15 off. So between 2 boosts, that would be a total of $25 off. And your third boost product is $20 off. And so you do the math on that, 3 boost products, and you're saving $45 already. So it's just amazing as we go through the products here. There's people out there that really are just missing out on their sleep. In fact, those of you that have been part of Jonathan Jones' entire month-long education process on weight loss, he talks about how Sleep Boost is very effective in lowering the cortisol response that keeps us holding on to the weight because of stress. The other boost product that Jonathan talked about, because Dr. Prasad's education is that when we're trying to lose weight, when we're going through cancer therapies, when we're doing any of these other things, to have CBD Boost on board, and it's 100% crystalline isolate. Dr. Prasad does not believe that we should put in all of the junk that comes in full spectrum or broad spectrum or oil suspension CBD. It needs to be 100% crystalline isolate. And that's what you'll see here with Dr. Prasad's approach to CBD Boost. Again, amazing situation that we have all of this. And it comes down to, we'll talk about this, proper dosing. Again, most of Dr. Prasad's products are set up with a morning and evening dose, because our bodies were not designed to just eat once a day. It's designed to have access to the nutrition throughout the day, but primarily at night. If you were to skip don't skip your evening dose, because your body repairs, rebuilds, and regenerates during sleep. Now, we're just going to go through some of the evidence backing all of this up, the human clinical trials that these products went through, particularly the original military issue. They're all listed here. We have Dr. Prasad's patents. I've referenced several of those as we have been discussing it. They are all listed here for your convenience to go out there and actually type those into a Google patent search, type those numbers in, and you can get pages and pages and pages worth of evidence that what you're taking is the very, very best. We also have a listing of some of Dr. Prasad's published works. It's amazing when you start looking at the covers, the titles that are listed here, and the information that you would need in order to go back and procure copies of all of these books. Again, pretty amazing. And I have just taken you through in 20 minutes here the entire new science booklet. There's not as many pictures as in our old one, but I'll tell you what, the information is all still here, and a fantastic way of taking somebody through the entire product line. Where was our focus? Our focus is always on that core four. That's where we begin with everybody. That's the approach to health. And again, get back with the individual who invited you on and get your questions answered. But tonight is also about answering questions for you. And so there will be time for us to visit with each other. If there are questions that you need answered or you'll pose to the group, it's not just me answering all of the questions, but it's also hearing from your peers, other people that are on the call here tonight. Now, Carlene, was there anything else that you wanted me to cover that way before I go into a couple of other things?
I think that's good. I can't wait to get to the part two. Thank you for doing part one, though, because we do have some guests on and we have a couple of brand new affiliates. So I appreciate that. But let's talk about part two now.
All righty, part two. My goodness. So all of you know that we're highly favored here to have not only medical doctors participating with us, but chiropractors, all types of individuals have been drawn into Dr. Prasad's mission to help out. And we have a functional neurologist that I'm going to introduce. It's Dr. Russell Court, and his wife is a microbiologist that understands biochemistry and the formulations, and just has been very instrumental in doing a lot of the research behind what they are doing now as a business called Dr. EMF, where they're dealing with electromagnetic frequencies that are bombarding all of us. So that's just a little bit of background about them. And on Tuesday night, they had the opportunity to interview Dr. Prasad and just ask him point blank some of these questions. And I really feel like that even though we're going to get to what Dr. Marlene is experiencing in her clinic, I'd like us to discuss, though, why we're in such an incredible moment in history, in time. Because as I read the disclaimer to you, I talked about that sentence that I gave extra emphasis to, and that sentence was recent research in micronutrients. And I think by sharing this portion of Tuesday night's call, hopefully it elicits a response from you to where you're going to want to go back and either watch the entire presentation, or just rewatch portions of it, or send it out to somebody who just came to mind. It's like, oh, so-and-so would be really, they'd love to have this kind of information. And so what I've done is I've loaded the entire video up, but I'm going to just fast forward the playhead to significant spots, because we only have an hour here, and the whole call was an hour. But there's some aspects of this that I would like to just explore with you. So let's go to this, and again, bear with me as I kind of fast forward to a certain point, and that point being we're going to be talking about the core four and the papers that Dr. Prasad has just recently written on that, and they're going to also talk about the patent that now exists on core four, and that's 34 minutes and 14 seconds into this. So give me just a moment to fast forward to that point. So here we go.
Here we go. Welcome to the Optimal Longevity Dr. Prasad, here is, what are you doing, Dr.
I'm
Core?
sorry.
Okay.
There you-
Okay, here is the actual image of the Core 4, which is the
right.
Core dietary supplement system that now is not patent pending. Dr. Prasad, a couple weeks ago, you got a phone call from the attorney, and what did he tell you?
He said that it has been approved and number will be coming in a few weeks.
So is Core 4 dietary supplement system of these four the first of its kind ever?
It's kind ever.
Okay,
Generally, you get a patent on single product.
In the world.
let's go to the next slide. Okay,
I love that.
okay. So you guys, so the Core 4, Dr. Prasad has written many peer-reviewed published papers on many different types of chronic disease. And one of them, he's been writing on this for a while. Okay, since he first came out with Core 4. He's been publishing papers a long time on the very first multi-micronutrient, which is the microdaily. But here on the very left-hand side, in 2023, he wrote a paper with the Core 4 for the prevention and improved treatment of Alzheimer's disease. The
Yeah,
next one to the right of that is the attenuation of beta amyloids and other risk factors, okay, by Core 4.
yeah.
Okay, and that's a recent paper. That's a 2024 paper. And then to the
Not
right
only-
of that,
Not only that, this year I presented in an international meeting for which I was invited exactly on this topic. And I have presented and they all loved it.
of course, and this is for Alzheimer's. And then to the right of that, I actually put in a paper that many of you may not know, which is Core 4 for the prevention and improved treatment of hearing loss.
Yes, yes.
Right? Next
Yes.
slide, please. Yeah, what? And actually, those people write Dr. Prasad every year, and they want him to lecture because he is one of the few strategies that actually really help people with hearing loss. So
Especially musician, we have a lot of
musicians.
music, and they all develop some kind of. Even my son, who is a musician, his hearing issue is a little bit worse than mine.
Wow. Well, so there is hope for people that have hearing
good
issues.
one. Acidity is a very good one, but I'm saying that, and he's taking now
Mhm.
Core 4, and so I don't think he will go any further. But progress but musician is very common
It is.
because it is so noisy.
Noise pollution is real.
Yeah.
It sounds right. So
Yeah.
then Dr. Prasad's written many published papers and textbooks and literature on diabetes. And
Yeah.
so far left is his latest paper, 2025 paper on the prevention and improved treatment of diabetes mellitus
Yes.
with Core 4. Okay,
Core 4.
the fact with Core 4.
Yeah.
And we have seen, and we'll talk more as soon as this screen's done. We've got one more slide, and then we'll do like a fireside chat to wrap up. And then, which is, in my opinion, I think if we can get people's blood sugar under control and with this Core 4, we can change a lot of lives because that is the root of so many stinking chronic diseases because that blood sugar. And we have seen so many miracles. I know Marlene, like, it's exciting to get to see people even at 3 weeks, a month, even then at 3 months where every red blood cell is brand new, to see their A1Cs and to see their blood sugar normal, Dr. Prasad. It's
Yeah.
life-changing.
I have a question for Dr. Marlene, just real quick. Dr. Marlene, how many, on like a 1 out of 10, how many people have issues with high blood sugar that you see in your clinic?
Oh, 1 out of 10, let's see here. It would be probably closer to a 5 to 6 out of 10. It would be probably close to 5 to 6 out of 10. So at least half, probably more like 60-ish%.
I think the stats are over 8, like 8 out of 10. And today I was talking to somebody who worked in amputees, and I said, "How many of your amputees have high blood sugar?" And he said,
All of them.
"All of them."
Yeah. Well, but Dr. Marlene, they may be normal, but they could be pre-diabetic.
Yes,
So-
now see,
Thank you.
I can honestly say that So every person that I see is either pre-diabetic where they're hypoglycemic or they have already turned into a diabetic state. Every one of them are that.
Every one of them.
Okay, and now that she has core four standard of care,
But first you have to know why the diabetes develop. What are the mechanism?
Yes. I think that's fascinating because, and I want to talk to you about that because what we're seeing in office is a high fungal load making the receptor sites not produce correctly.
Yeah, now
Or
what
bind
happens?
correctly.
This is what happens. The people have a high oxidative stress inflammation in their body all the time. But what happens that when you eat any food in a stomach signals pancreas, I need some insulin to metabolize glucose. So insulin comes, insulin goes and binds with the insulin receptor on the cell membrane, and then activate a molecule called AKT or protein kinase B. And then when they get activated, they send another signal to glucose transporter 3, which is lying idle in the cytoplasm. They send a signal, you migrate to the cell membrane and let the glucose come in. And that's the way it happens. But what happens, why glucose develop, that increased oxidative stress, if you have not taken care of, then they damage the receptor. And gradually receptor gets damaged, and now they can't activate AKT. Glucose cannot be transported in the cell. And under that scenario, if you have under that kind of scenario that become like that, and then you say, okay, then they shift to insulin. The insulin also, they become resistant. Then what do you do? Well, we have possibility. The omega-3 is the only agent that I know of which directly activate AKT, does not depend on insulin receptor, directly activate AKT, and then he sends a message to glucose transporter, go and cell membrane and let glucose come in. So even in the later stage, if you do right thing, you can improve your situation, condition of diabetes very much.
okay, so
So I'm going to just cut it off right there. That is a power-packed 7.5 minutes. We went from 34 minutes and 14 seconds all the way up to 40 minutes and a few seconds, and all of those core four papers, and then a little explanation about diabetes and how many people are suffering from diabetes. We should be out there shouting this information at the rooftops, telling people that we have an answer. We have an answer to who is out there is suffering from such poor circulation that they're facing amputation, who out there is suffering from diabetic issues, whether it's eyesight, whether it's circulation with neuropathy, whether it's its cousin, hypertension, because they both are so closely related. We need to be going out there and sharing this with everybody. And what did Dr. Prasad tell us right there at the end? I mean, he gave us a little sermon on Omega Daily, how important it is as we're addressing these situations. I mean, we talk about the core four, the micronutrients of Micro Daily, the probiotic, and how fast the collagen was patented. But Dr. Prasad just gave us a little nugget there as to that omega and how many of us are doing the omegas or even doubling up on the omegas because we don't want to have issues with our heart. And what was Dr. Prasad just explaining? Issues with diabetes, the way that our body handles sugars because of that AKT. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it myself. But again, we've been given these things, and with roughly 20 minutes here left tonight, let's open it up for some discussion along these things, and then I'll say stick around because Dr. Marlene shares with us all her approach to pain. So, Corleen, I'm going to kind of turn it back over to you to field questions and start the rest of this discussion. Go ahead.
Right. So Jeff, it's interesting when you listen to Dr. Prasad and that whole conversation, when people say the products are too expensive, how can they be too expensive if they are going to change your life? Because remember their whole, when they're talking about not just living long, but having quality. And so I always say your body is your best investment. And as I was sitting there listening to that, it made me understand that there is just a conversation that we need to have with people so they understand this may seem expensive to you, but if it improved the quality of your life for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, is it worth it? Of course it is. Of course it is. I
Okay.
think we have to just change that mindset first, Jeff.
And I totally am on that same page with you. It's interesting. We kind of knew what we were going to be talking a little bit about tonight, but the way that my day has gone, and you referenced yours, and here we are, we're talking about it. I was going through, and albeit it's a very brief list, but all of the cancellations that have occurred in June. And right to your point, it just kind of made me heartsick because the people that are canceling their subscriptions don't understand this. They do not have the knowledge. If they were to hear just that little 8-minute segment right there, I wonder if they would have canceled. But how are they going to know unless we share it with them?
And so I'm going to say this. So if they canceled because we, as an affiliate, we signed them up, then we didn't, but we didn't follow up. If we didn't do that 3-way call, then it is our fault that they did not stay. Because sometimes when people are telling you, like, because there's so many things out there and other people are saying, no, do this, try that. But if you don't say, you know what, I am going to support you through this process. Even people that have like illnesses, they want to know, okay, well, in a week, am I going to feel a difference? In a month, is it going to be gone? And it's always interesting to me because they have dealt with things for years, right? But they're looking for instant. And this isn't instant. And you know what? I'm going to call Fulvia because Fulvia just put her hand up. And for all of our guests, I want to introduce Fulvia to you. Because when we met Fulvia 4 years ago, I think it's 4 years, Fulvia. When we met Fulvia 4 years ago, she was on oxygen. She could not have the conversation that she's going to share with us now. And every time I see her, we kind of take things for granted. But this woman right here is a miracle. So Fulvia, come on and share your testimony about how these products have changed and continue to change your life.
It's been
Come on,
a
Fulvia, it's your turn.
journey, and it's been a journey, and it's been one of the greatest of my life. When I came to this place, I was just coming out of COVID, and I was on oxygen 24/7 for almost 3 years.
How
I
long were you in
had
the hospital, Fulvia, with
five,
COVID?
5 months in the hospital, uh, off and on, been on the ventilator. Um, oh my goodness, I went through the ringer with that. Uh, oh my goodness, so much chronic pulmonary issues. Uh, my body rocked in pain. I mean, from the back of my neck, both my shoulders, both my hips, my knee, foot, both feet with neuropathy and all that. And you know what? I don't have none of that right now. Uh, my knee, they wanted to do surgery. And I used to have a walker. I mean, yes, I had the walker. I graduated to a cane, graduated to using neither one of them today. Thank God for that. But my doctor was like, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. Because I was 3 weeks away from having knee surgery. A full knee replacement is what they were saying. But thank you, Betty Grimes, for bringing me to this place.
So Fulvia,
I
I want to, wait a minute. I want to go because I want to change. I want to go back a little bit because that
Okay.
one doctor may have said thank you, but your main doctor told you not to use those products. What did your main doctor tell you?
My primary doctor says, don't take that stuff. It's not good for you. And when I mentioned about Dr. Prasad and whatnot, he said the man don't exist. Number one. And I said, well, that was funny because I've been right next to him, Uh, I've been here at the time, it was like more 3 years. I said, well, at least of the 2 years, I've been with them. And so he does exist. And I said, well, why would the military, have him to come and formulate these products for us? Well, for the military at the time. And then he decided to put it out for the masses. And
Right.
I'm so grateful and thankful for that because then I would have missed out on that opportunity. I am very grateful for it.
But Fulvia, you also told me that your doctor was angry because you wouldn't stop using
Yes,
the products.
yes. In fact, he was so angry, he turned red and he left the room. My son is my witness. He left the room. He didn't come back for almost 10 minutes, I would say. Came back, still trying to convince me not to take it. And I said, you know what, Doc? I hear you, but hear me right now. And I said, I'm going to be taking these because he had me to bring them in. That's what it was. He had me to bring it in. I took every micronutrient product formulation that I take, took them all. He barely looked at them. He didn't want to look at the book. In his eyes, the man still don't exist. And I told him, I'm going to take him till the day the Lord calls me home.
Well,
So
that was going to be my next question. How long do you plan to use the products? But you already answered. Right. Okay.
that's a
Very good.
fact.
Very good. Thank you for sharing.
You're
Who
welcome.
else who else Jeff is here. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you'd like to share your testimony. I know I see a couple of folks. I would rather you raise your hand than I call you, but you can decide because we got some testimonies on this call, Jeff. Who else or who has a comment?
Can I ask a quick question about the new products? Do we have to take them with food or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Does it bother your stomach? Could it?
Nope. No. In fact, I'm gonna just
Oh
yeah.
no, please
I'm
don't
gonna
open them.
fast forward the video. I'm not gonna open them.
Okay,
Not gonna
okay,
open them.
okay,
But I tried
okay.
them. I tried them. But yeah, I want to share Dr. Marlene's approach to pain, and yeah, there's no food involved with it, and it's pretty amazing. So
Okay.
yeah, so we got 10 minutes left, Corleen. If we want to get a couple more questions out,
Any
or
other
we got-
questions?
You can send that info to me, Jeff, if you don't
Which
mind.
info?
What you was getting ready to show about the
It's already, all you have to do is
about the pain.
all you have to do is go
Uh-huh.
to your WhatsApp.
Okay.
Everything is posted.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
So,
Thank you.
all right.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff. Anyone else? I don't know I don't know who's available. Janice. Janice?
Yes.
Hi, Janice.
Hi, everybody. This is Janice. Jeff, I have a quick question for you. Excuse me. By the end of the call, with the courts and Dr. Marlene, I was a little confused about if we should increase our dosage. I thought I heard, unless I misunderstood, I thought I heard Dr. Prasad or someone else say that we could double the omega and the probiotic, but the others we should take according to the dosage.
It did get a little confusing there, Janice. And I'm saying you know, my body's worth it, and so I'm pretty much just double dosing on everything. Just because our stress load, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, things are just I just need the support. We're not seeing any buildup, but Dr. Prasad, and in that conversation with them, he really has to err on the side of, you know, what's out there, what's out there in literature, and I just have to go back to a lady that misunderstood the cancer protocol. And instead of doing 9 capsules 3 times a day or 27 in a 24-hour period, she was doing 27 capsules 3 times a day. So she was
Oh,
going through a
wow.
bottle of micro daily EMF every 3 days. And in 90 days, she went through 30 bottles. And her blood work came back fantastic. Everything was she was over the cancer. She didn't have to have back surgery, and she didn't have to have eye surgery.
I
And
see.
it's like, okay, all right, well, and we explained that to Dr. Prasad, and he says it's completely safe.
So
Now,
with the
but we're not saying, Janice, that you need to take that much. She
No.
no,
just
no, no.
misunderstood. Yes.
No, I just wanted clarification because I thought I had heard that by taking more, there could be a possibility of cell mutation or something.
No,
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 okay. Well, thank you
no.
for clarifying it. In fact, if possible, I will just go back and listen to
Yeah,
the whole.
it does get a little confusing there at the end, and they really didn't ferret it all out.
Well, I
But
didn't know if I was the only one that was kind of confused at the end, or whether I was just not
uh,
comprehending what was being said.
again, I didn't think it was handled the very best, but I just sent so Coraline, I just sent you the YouTube link to it if people don't want to do it out there through Zoom, because I've had a lot of people push back and say, well, that's when is the Zoom? And I says, no, it says Zoom on there, but it's a recording. But if you want to get it
I
up,
already sent it out there. I said it's out there.
okay, all righty. So let's just watch that last about a minute and a half, and then that'll give us a few minutes to discuss what we've got here. So again, just using the spotlight approach, I'm gonna have to start the video again and move to the 55 minutes into it. So only the whole program is an hour. So this is the last 5 minutes, and what we were just talking about with some of Janice's questions come after this, but we're not going to get into it. But yeah, here we go. I'll fast forward.
Here we go.
Welcome to the last one. And so for me, I was really shocked by how much better I felt, because vitamin D is one of the things I have to, to watch. And I'm excited to I feel better. I think both of us were commenting, we already have a lot of energy. We already feel great, but we feel different now. I think that core and more with that mineral, I think is really going to make
Mineral and the joint relief.
Yes.
That is only once a day.
Yeah, once a day for the joint relief. Dr. Marlene, do you have any comments on the joint relief that you've seen? Or what are your comments on anything that you want to share as a fireside here?
Well, you know that my little hack that I love doing for pain already, which is 3 ounces of water with the hydro and the collagen mixed in together, right? You put all that in 3 ounces and you down it, and it helps with pain relief, like almost instantaneously. Within 2 minutes, the pain's gone. Well, I can tell you that if you open up the capsule of the joint relief and you put that inside there, it is faster reacting and more anti-inflammatory direct in the cell.
Really? I will try that
Well,
formulation.
you just heard it here. I was like, but she
Can
let
you
it
give
go.
that recipe one more time? So 3 ounces of water, don't do more than 3 ounces.
Typically 3 ounces, could be 4, could be 2.
It really has to be 3 because we've tested this. We've done 2, we've done 4, and it doesn't react as quick inside the body. So the 3 ounces really is the trick on that. So
Okay.
it's 3 ounces of water, 1 pack of hydro, 1 pack of collagen or scoop, whichever way, I don't care which one. And then open up the 2 capsules of the joint
Agreed.
inside that, mix it up and down it. And it's amazing. Like it is amazing.
Did you say the wind relief or the mineral?
The joint, the joint relief.
Oh, okay. So 2 capsules, not 3.
Yeah. I've been doing 2 is what we've been doing
Okay.
in it. And the reason why I did 2 is because it's such a high concentration in all at once.
Yeah.
And it is working. I'm telling you, I was already tickled with my little cocktail that I had made before that I had told you about.
Yeah.
But adding that joint to it is a game changer, a complete game changer. And for people that are suffering from severe migraines, that
Yeah.
actually helps with the inflammation of the migraine as well.
Oh, really?
Wow.
So,
Wow. If this ever were the state of the end.
Yeah. Because
Wow. Thank you,
Wow.
Dr.
Dr.
Elaine.
Todd, is that because there are different mechanisms of action for different pain?
I think the pain is mostly related to the, some local inflammation.
Yeah.
And if you control the inflammation, the pain will go away. But not every.
I'll just leave it right there. Again, I get chills thinking about that. This is what's happening. We got people with Dr. Marlene's training, her education, her background, the hundreds of clients that have been through her clinic, and she's making statements like this. So, any questions in the last? Gosh, I've got 2 minutes, you guys.
Jeff has 2 minutes. Any questions? Okay. Well, I'm going to say this, Jeff. I'm glad you played just enough, hopefully, to get those that have not taken the time to watch that Zoom presentation. It is posted in the WhatsApp group. Janice, I'm not sure if I sent it to you, but I'll make sure I send it to you again. And I think everybody should just watch it. There's so much information that you can share. But I hope what you got from this call tonight is we have the solution to help so many people. We just have to tell more people. So, yeah. So
Bye for now.
you guys, Jeff has to leave. So you guys open up and tell Jeff goodbye. Thank you, Jeff. We'll see you Friday morning.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Hey,
Appreciate
Great
it.
call.
One day left tomorrow,
Thank you.
you guys. There's a lot happening. Let's finish up strong.
Check your
Good night,
numbers. Check your numbers. Uh-oh, now we had a hand that went up. Wow. Samsung, your hand went up. Who is Samsung? Who is that?
No,
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys, I hope that Bruce, we can stop the recording.